There we are. We are on top of this island. Welcome back, everybody. This is Tinker77, and we're back on my Skyopolis 5 base. And you can see there's been some changes from behind me. So let's get started right away. So in between the episodes, I did a couple of things. First of all, I made out all the other platforms, and I secured them so things shouldn't be able to get over to us, as I'm not using these yet, and we don't have a way to make any type of charcoal to make torches yet. So there's no way to light it up. So, I mean, I have to keep on sleeping, but in the off chance that I don't make it to the bed, I wanted to make sure that I had something to secure off those locations that I'm not using. So there we go. We have a little door, just like that. Pretty easy. So I've worked on that. I also worked on some inventory issues here. I tried to clean up my inventory and divide things out that I don't need and put them in places where they should go. So that said, I moved the bone meal machine over to the plant area. This is where plants and where I'll grow the trees and stuff. And I also put all those plants and trees and saplings and things in a chest over here. Right here. And so this is kind of like where I'll do anything that has to do with that. And then our system over here, I put down some storage drawers, and I'll show you that in just a second why. I couldn't put them right on top of the hopper because it would just suck it out of the hopper. That doesn't work. So I had to put them up one block, okay? So anyway, in between the episodes also, I went over to the quest, if you recall, and we were going to work on this CCI, which I did all of this. CC1, I guess it's a 1, it's Roman numerals. But I did all of that, and I was able to get the infinity wand. And it's just like the wands you know about. You just, you can put down some blocks, and then you just would be able to repeat that if you have that in your inventory. So everybody's aware of that. That's awesome. So we're going to start in right now on the next section, which is the advances tab. And first one is weak enriching water. Now we got to get this really quick here. So the first step is to make that is those blank pebbles and blank dust along with an aqua catalyst. An aqua catalyst is a flower, it's grass and leaves. So let's go over to the plant area. That's where I would have that. And we're going to go in here. We need some leaves, so about 4 of those. We need a flower, doesn't really matter, and some grass. We'll go over to a crafting table, and we're going to make the aqua catalyst, and there it is. Okay, now let's run over to, I think I need a crafting table over there. Let's grab one from in here. I had made a bunch of them by accident, and it's getting dark, of course, so I'm going to have to sleep in just a second. But I'm going to put this crafting table right here, and let's grab a stack of pebbles and a stack of dust, and let's make the weak enriching water. I type that, weak enriching water catalyst, and there we go. Let me go to sleep first quick, and then we'll use this. All right, we're going to have to put this into like a hole. I'm going to put it right here, but I need to make the hole so we can put something below it, a block. So we're going to basically take out this one right here, and we're going to use some other planks. Now you can use and place below. If you get really close to the edge, you can see how to put the brackets, and that puts that right there. I'm going to put that on all sides first, and then fill in the bottom, and then we're going to do get some weak enriching water. Here we go, and there's a little like basin we have for this. Now to do this, you have to have like a mulch block, and then you put the catalyst on it. No, you don't. Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, I probably have to just drop it in some water, right? Okay, which means I need another aqua catalyst. Okay, let's go do that. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to use the water aqua catalyst on the mulch. There's that, and I think we just drop this in then. It becomes weak enriching water. That's excellent. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to get the other types of resources that are there based off of the blank pebble and blank dust, and that's really easy. All you do is you drop that in, and you get a bunch of stuff back, right? And we'll do the same thing with the dust, and you get a bunch of stuff back. Isn't that great? So we got a bunch of things here. We got sand, we got andesite, we got granite, stone pebbles, gravel, grout, clay. We have diorite, and we also have this stuff called waste, which is useful, but we're not going to be using a lot of it right now. But you can see we have pretty much every type. Now, I believe once you're in your inventory, you can hover over one of these and press the K button, and you can see it basically compresses that down to what you would normally do. Normally, to get andesite or whatever, you would do 4 of those up there. But instead of doing that and taking all the time, just hover over it, press the K button, and you can get all of these combined down, okay? And there we go. And just like that, guys, we've done a lot of quests for this particular section. So let me get all of the quest rewards here, okay? And you can see we've done all of that, all of those, all of those, and all of those. All these things have been combined. We only need to get a blank totem. A blank totem is just some clay and some clay, but I've already got one of these in from a request rewards. Let's go grab that really quick over here. Okay, and there we go. Got that one done. Now, the last one here is a little bit hard to do at the moment, but we will be able to do that shortly. Basically, it's getting a totem of undying. And all you need to do is just throw the blank totem into a furnace, and you get the totem of void undying. Totem of void undying is really nice because if you do fall off and you have that in your inventory, you will not lose your items. You'll just respawn back by your bed. So we'll want to get that pretty darn quick, okay? So now that I have all this stuff, I'm going to basically set up these storage drawers to hold all of these items that we have here. And I'm going to run a bunch of these through so that we can get some resources so we can move on. I know it's raining. I just opened up those loot bags, and one of them was a drawer key, which is kind of fortunate. So I'm going to lock these positions up here just like this so we know where they are. Now I have obviously matched up the smaller components to the compressed components on the gravel side, or the dust side, and the pebble side, and then of course big amount of waste because we produce a lot of that. Okay, let me get those resources out of here. One of the quest rewards that I received was this blank bucket, and it says drop it into any Skyopolis water to create a bucket of that water. So I'm going to drop this in here. You can see that, and it should pop into here. Now, what's really nice about this is although it gave us those weak enriching water, so we can get that pretty easily, it also gave us a real iron bucket. That's pretty good. Let me put this down in here. You can see we have a bucket. Now we can transfer fluids anytime we want. That's really nice. Let's start in on the next section, which is smelting. This has a lot to do with the regular Tinker smeltery and furnaces. And like we said, we need furnaces so we can get torches. But you got to start with cobblestone. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to start to do this. Now, cobblestone is pretty easy. What you need is you need basically some stone pebbles, and then you need some of these blank pebbles like that. And you just put it's 3 blank pebbles to 1 stone pebble, so like this, and there we have. Now I've got 64 cobblestone. Now immediately here I'm going to make a furnace because we know we need that. That's pretty easy, and I'm going to put that over here for now with my main area. I'm not sure where we'll do like furnaces yet. I haven't quite decided where that's going to go. Okay, but then what we need to do from there is we need to start to cook up some things. So actually, before we even do that, let's make the cobblestone wand just to get that quest done. There we go. Now, we do want to make up get some wood cooking here. So let's put up some of those nice blossom logs, and I'll just grab some planks. I don't really care, just as long as we start getting some charcoal. We're going to give this a little bit of time before we get on into the next steps. All right, we've got a bunch of charcoal here. I'm going to grab that out really quick, and I'm going to put a piece of clay in here. That should give us some terracotta, and then we need to do some clay balls. We're going to need a lot of bricks for some of the stuff we're going to make shortly. So we're going to put that in there in just a second. There's our terracotta. That gets another quest. And now we're going to do the clay balls. All right, let's get the bricks out of here. Now, these are going to be great and useful for us because what we're going to make bonsai pots. Okay, these things are great. If you've used these before, you know what they do. They basically grow plants and things. And we're going to set this up over here pretty quick. I want to have an area where I can have the bonsai, growing the trees and things that we want. So I'm going to set up some oak drawers here. These are the quad ones. So that's going to be nice to have. They have the various types. Now, one of the things is that even though we're going to be getting resources from the trees and things, they don't drop everything because you have to do certain things with this to make it work correctly. But let's just get started here so I can kind of show this off here. Let's get all 4 of these there. Now, we do have to get some dirt. So we need to have there's our 4 pieces of dirt. We got to have 4 pieces of bone meal like that. Make that into dirt. That's easy, and then we'll pick that up, and we'll put those in each of those plots, okay? Now, I do have some various things I want to grow right now. I know I can grow oak saplings. I can grow the sunny blossom. I can grow the fiery blossom, and I believe I can do the dark oak, which is something that I wanted in the beginning, but of course we didn't get the chance to do that. So let me put the oak here. Let's put the dark oak here, and the 2 others. Okay, now what happens when they grow? Well, they get all the way up, and if the old bonsai pots, you had to harvest them yourselves, And you can see they kind of stopped, and it lets you do that. And you can just go in here and click the axe button, and it harvests. Now you can see it had its resources get here, and it drops them down into the chest or the storage drawer. But if you want to auto harvest, you have to put some axes in here. So I'm going to make up some axes really quick here. Let's see, we'll do that and that. That should give us 4 axes. And so if I right click on there, it automatically puts an axe into it. And now the things are harvesting by themselves. Now these axes do get used up. You'll have to replace them. So just be aware of that. But that works out really nicely. Now, one problem is, as you can see, is that they're not dropping any leaves. And I believe that you need a silk touch to be added to this. So if you put a silk touch book in here, it will get that. It also, on the oak, I believe also is required to get apple. Let's go check that out really quick. So if you have the apple here with the bonsai, I believe it says requires a beehive. Okay, the apple requires a beehive, and the leaves require silk touch. So those are things that I don't have access to right now, but I can always go and get those with the Amadron tablet. So hopefully we'll get that soon. Anyways, go out here and look at the quest again, and you can see that I've got some more of these. Let's grab all of those rewards here. And so now we have some other things we're going to do. We're going to work on getting glass, which obviously would be sand. So I'm going to cook up some glass right now. And then we're going to make a solar cooker and a reflector. Furnaces are very slow. In my test of this world, I actually was able to get an upgraded furnace from a loot box, but we haven't gotten those yet, so we're stuck with these. So I have right now about 20 glass. We'll keep on cooking some of this glass up. We know we're going to need, for some of the stuff I'm going to make, is going to need some glass panes, okay? So we're going to make, first of all, a solar cooker, which is basically a chest. It's got some glass panes in here. You can't see that. And it takes a chest, and we already have that, so there's our solar cooker. And then we need to make 4 of the reflectors, okay? Reflectors take slabs, it takes glass, and it takes frames. And there we got 3 of those. I'm assuming it's because we're missing some more glass. So I need a little bit more glass to make enough stuff here. And let's make another one of these reflectors. And there we go. Okay, now these things are very, very useful. Let me grab some oak, some logs here. Not oak, some of the blossom logs. I'm going to show you how to set this up. So I'm going to put the solar cooker in this spot right here. It looks like a regular chest, but it's actually not. And this is basically a furnace that works powered by the sun. So I'm going to put this so the reflectors are facing inward. Okay. And we're going to do it on the other side as well. And then just like this thing is getting like brighter. You can see it's got a lot of stuff here. But now when we put this in here, it's automatically like a furnace. You can see it's kind of cooking. So that's kind of cool. So I can just start to make and harvest logs and throw them in here. And it will then make what we want for making charcoal. And we don't have to add anything to it. So that's kind of a neat little thing. I just turned in the quest for the solar cooker, and I got this thing here. It is an advanced loot box. I'm not sure what this gives. Let's try it out. And it gave us a wooden comma. Okay, that sounds really cool. Not sure what that does. The next section goes into making a lot with Tinker Smeltery, and we know we need grout. So I'm going to grab a couple stacks of grout that we have here. We actually don't even have a couple stacks. So that's okay. That's enough. And I'm going to cook this down into bricks. Okay, you can see down at the bottom here, the Imagined says that it says new daily offers are now available. We'll take a look at that in just a second. I'm about to put in the grout, but I also put in the blank totem. Remember I said we had to put this in here to get the totem of void undying. Now this should give us a section completed. There's the sound. Let's put the grout in there and get that started. Okay, now we have that item in our inventory. Let's go to our inventory really quick. Let's open up the section here on the right, and let's put the totem of undying down here. So if I fall off, which you know, I will, yeah, we'll have all our stuff on us when we come back, okay? That's excellent. So back to what we were doing here. We had that quest. Let's grab that. We got another loot box. Let's just open up right now. And what do we get here? Some boots. Okay, don't need that. So we're going to be working on right now making with this grout. We're going to be making seared bricks. We're going to make the seared melter, the seared heater, a drain or a faucet, and casting table, casting basin. And then we're going to get to here, which is going to be the drawer controller and the drawer controller slave. And this is really cool. And this is one of the things I want to add over here so that we can get that kind of more automated. That would be really nice. Okay, so let's just wait for some of this grout to cook down. Fortunately, I remembered to check the Imagined tablet here, and I did see that for 32, we can get one of these silk touches, and I've already selected that. So I'm going to say place order, and there we go, and we're just going to wait for a second, and it's like a little drone will come in. It'll take out 32 of the skybucks. There it is. little drone, take that away, and then it will basically come right back with the silk touch. Now I'm going to add it to the oak tree so that we also get apples, because that's not actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? Apples is the beehive. I can still get confused on that. Here we go. So there is silk touch. Let's add the other items there. So maybe I don't have to have oak, but it doesn't really matter. Let's just put it into with this one. These were giving us a lot more of the resources. So I'll add this to here, I think. And because of that, it should generate some leaves. Let's see if this does when it grows. There are leaves. So now we have a leaf production. That is amazing. Another thing I saw right here is you get 2 ender chests, which only cost 16. Yes, please. I'm going to right click on this, gives me one place to order, and we're going to get that. These are very useful, as you guys know from other mod packs. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I want them. So we're going to get those right now. A lot of that grout is now down into bricks. Let's grab that, and we're going to start to get some of these quests created. First of all, we need to make the seared melter and seared heater. So let's get the seared here, and let's look for that on this list here. We need a seared heater, that's for sure. Grab that, that's good. We need a seared melter, which is this right here. It's just got a bunch, it's got a tank also. Let's get the ingot gauge, which is glass. That's easy to do. And now we'll get the seared melter. Okay, that's pretty easy. We need to get a casting table and a casting basin. So I'll grab those. We also need to have a drain. Okay, and that's pretty well all that we need for this setup. Now I'm going to go off from this section, which is where we have all of the ore production or the resource production, into this new area over here. And we're going to set up over in this corner. We're going to set up the pieces that we need for this. So let's see here. Let me pull it out a little bit, I think, because I need to have some space behind. So let's put it right. Let's put it right here. So we're going to put down first, we're going to put the seared heater and then the seared melter. So the heater goes below it and then the melter there. And this basically takes some sort of fuel like the charcoal that we have. And this is where we have the resources that we want to melt down. And then on the side here, we're going to put as a drain. And I'm going to put down for now a casting basin. There we go. Now on top of this, I'm going to put a piece of cobblestone because we're going to put a lever right here. So let me make that really quick. And this is to control this drain to make it automatically drain by itself. So when I click this, it engages the drain, okay? And then on this side, I could do some other things. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put an output chest. This is what I meant to do. Let's do that right now. Okay, and I'm using a gold chest. This is one of the quest rewards. This should give us some more storage space. You can see we've got a lot of storage space for anything that comes through here, which is nice. And now I got to put this hopper in. Let's see if I can get in here and sneak it in. I did. Haha. There we go. So this is a basic setup for a smelter. Let's go grab all the rewards here. You can see we got a lot. And we got some loot boxes also. So let's open that. And it gave us, looks like a drawer key. Excellent. Okay, so the next thing we're going to work on here, guys, is we want to get a drawer controller and a drawer controller slave. Okay, so let's look at what that is. It's a controller. I wish it would get rid of all the text there. The controller is just taking a seared stone, a block of seared stone, and putting it over a 1x1 drawer. Well, that's easy. Okay, so let's get a block worth of this. There's a block of seared bricks. And we're going to put it in here. I got to get some fuel and a drawer. Okay, we're going to add the fuel here right now. So now this should be cooking down. You should see it goes up, and it's basically warming this up, and it'll put that brick in there. I'm going to get another one ready to go here because I think we're going to need 2 of these. So let's do that, and I'll just put that in there as well. You can see it's got a full block worth inside of this inventory, but it hasn't come out yet. Now, to make the controller, we have to basically take a drawer here. So I'm going to put one of these in here. You can see it kind of filled that up. I'm going to click the lever, and you can see it's draining that out. It will then stop the flow when it has enough, and then I will do that and turn that off. Now, we're waiting here because it's going to make the controller. And, of course, we've already have another block set up here. So as soon as this gets dried, you can see it comes out, and we have our drawer controller. Now, I believe the drawer controller slave is just put more bricks around it, and we get that. So let's go and do that. I thought we needed for another controller, but that's okay. But I think we're going to lose this one right here. There we go. So now we have a slave. We don't have the actual controller. But that gets us our thing there. Let's just do another one of these really quick here. Let's put another drawer in. And yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to put it over into the system over there so that we have a controller that gets all the resources that we need and automatically puts them away for us, which is excellent. The next section deals with create, and create needs andesite alloy, and it's really easy to make. What you do is you have andesite be going into the basin here, so we put some andesite. You can see it puts the block in there, and what you do is you pour out the seared brick into that. So we're going to put that in here. It's going to go in here, and it's going to just get all cooked down, as you can see. And I usually just leave this on and let it go. And so what happens is this will fill up, it'll dry, and then sometimes this will happen, in which case I'll turn this off. But a lot of times you'll get the right timing so that it does what it needs to do with the andesite. So let's see if it pulls it out in time real quick. I'll pull that out. And I'm not really worried because I can always just reuse this right here. So it should come out. There's the block, and there's the andesite again. And then I just hit that. And of course, this block of seared stone, we can just throw it in here. It'll be recooked down. It's not a big deal. Now, see, this timing is a little bit different than what I've had before. I've had it where this automatically comes in right away. It's not working quite how I thought it would. Let's see if it works one more time. See, there the andesite showed up. So just let it go, and it'll make the andesite. Now, here we have 3 andesite alloys. Let's grab that. And that is excellent. So what are we going to do with this? Well, we have to do a few things. Let's look at the quests here. So if I go out to create, basically there's a few different ways we're going to go. First of all, we're going to make some compasses and a scanner and a charging station, which these we don't need, but we'll make those. The compasses are useful for something in the next episode that we'll do. So otherwise, you just got to make a shaft and hand crank. So I think they want us to use hand cranks for the next parts of the methods here that we do. Cog wheels. We get a millstone, and then with that we get flint, which helps us to make a mixer. And with the mixer, we get some stuff here so we can get cobbled deep slate. And of course, some other things along the way. So we're going to try to go through that right now and just see how we can, how we do, okay? So while that's cooking that stuff up, we're going to get some wood here. And I probably should get another crafting table in that area because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff over there. Let's grab some wood in there. I have some wood on me. That's good. Okay, so let's go back in here. And let's grab, there I have a lot of andesite alloy. That's good. And let's put this back up here. Now, I did light this up with torches, so we should be safe. I don't have to sleep, so I'm going to try not to. Why is it, like, stopped? Oh, it isn't stopped. It's just waiting on that. Okay. Okay, so let's, I'm going to put this down right about here so it's, you know, out of the way. There we go. And I think we need to make, is it that to make some shafts? We probably will need a couple more of those. So we'll make all of that. Okay, and I know we're going to need a bunch of buttons, so let's make 32 buttons, and with that, I think we can make, I think it goes like this and that. Nope, that's the wrong way. How do you make cog wheels? Okay, let's make cog wheels, because we need to make those. Cog wheels is just, I thought it was buttons. Oh, that's the other one. Okay, so we'll do this. There we got that, and then with the bigger cog wheels, it takes 2 of those in a shaft, or a cog wheel and a piece of wood. Let's make 6 of those, and let's make some more of the shafts real quick. I don't need a lot of these, I don't think. All right, so we have that done. Now, what else can we do here? So we've already gotten through a lot of this. Make the hand crank. Okay, that's pretty easy, I think. I don't remember the recipe for that, but that should be pretty easy to do. There we go. I got a hand crank, and we know we need a millstone, right? So let's look that recipe up here. The millstone takes the cogwheel, some sort of ore, and of course the andesite casing. Well, how do you make andesite casing? I don't have to take a look at that. Okay, let me go get some resources. I'll be right back. I'm not sure if I'm reading this right, but it looks like you just take a piece of actual wood or log, and you take an andesite alloy and you just hit it with it, or you use it with it. It's just what it looks like it does. That's not quite right. I don't understand this. When you look at the recipe here, you can either deploy it with create, which is using a depot, okay? Or it says manual item application. And I don't know how this works. Basically, it's got to be stripped maybe. Maybe that's it. Let's see if we can strip this here. And now let's try it. Ah, there we go. Okay. And that's how you get that. So that's interesting. I didn't have to do that in the last one. So that recipe changed from the last time I did a test. So there we have that. And then we should be able to make the millstone, right? So let's go look that up again. And I wish this thing would just erase the entire thing. It's weird. Okay. And we got a millstone. So now we can try to set this up. Now, I think that I can do 2 different ways to do this. I can make the water wheels and have power and then have that come off of that, which I think probably I should do. We could also use the hand crank, which is what they want you to do. Maybe we can just do the hand crank method first, and then we'll go on from there. So let me think here. Let's go get, make a chest and a hopper, because we want the output to go into a hopper, which then goes into a chest. So let's do that first. There we go. We have a one hopper. I need more. Okay, there's a chest. Okay, so if we have the chest like let's put it right here. And we have a hopper going into that. We can put the millstone on top of it, like here. And then we got to basically have some way of driving that. So if we have let's put a gear right there, a cog, and that one's on the back. Can we get that? Let's see, it's a pickaxe is the right tool. I think that's gone. Or did it go in here? Oh, no, it's over here. Okay. And then we just have to put a hand crank on top of it. And it will then do what we need to do, right? Okay, so there we go. And if you just turn this, it turns the millstone. And that's enough to make it work. Again, this is me manually doing it. If we had a water wheel, that would be fantastic. Okay, so now let's go and get some gravel and come right back. Okay, we're going to stick the gravel in here. I'm just going to jump up on this, and we're just going to throw a stack of gravel in. Just like that. And when we start to crank this, it will then should create some flint for us. Now, this also, turning this crank is very, very tedious and really uses up our hunger. You see it's going down pretty quick already. So that's one of the reasons why I think making a water wheel setup might be good, okay? But anyway, there we go. That seems to be working okay. And if we look here, we already have 3 flint. That's excellent. That's some of the stuff that we needed to do, okay? Now, the next thing is the mixer. And the mixer, to make it, you need to have a cog wheel, another andesite casing. We know how to make that. And the whisk. And the whisk takes 2 flint and 5 andesite alloys. Well, I think we've got most of that, right? So let's see about putting that together right now. There's the whisk. And then we have to take this, put this down, strip it down, and put in an andesite alloy on that. There we go. And we should be able to make the mixer now with all the stuff we have in our inventory. Okay. The other thing is we need a basin. And the basin, I think, for that is made out of the andesite alloys. It looks just like that. I know we need a chute, don't we? Let's grab the chute real quick. That's another request. Is this the basin? There it is. Okay, so now the basin has to go. And I'd like to use this same chest again. So let's make another hopper and see if we can output to that, okay? One of those. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Now, the way it works with the mixer is it actually has to dump this out to where, into this. So we have to bring this up a block. So I'm going to put a block on top temporarily and put the basin there. Okay. And now we don't need this anymore. And now we put the mixer on top. Now, all you need to do with the mixer is just target the top layer of this basin, and it puts it where it needs to go. So there we have the crank right here. Now we have to tie these two together. So I'm going to take this hand crank off. Okay, and we're going to use some more cog wheels and some stuff here. So let's do this. We'll do a cog wheel here. And we'll do another one on this side. And then we'll do a shaft going down. And then another hand crank back here. So now both of these will turn. And we can do whatever we need in here. So what do we need to do in there? That is the question. Okay, so let's go look at that on the quests here. So we need to make cobbled deep slate and then this blank token. Cobbled deep slate here. Let's look at this. In the mixer, it takes a flint and it takes any type of cobble, I think. So let's try doing that. Let's just throw some cobble in there and the flint that I have. I'm surprised it's not showing the output here. I thought it would put an output type. Usually it puts like a little funnel going into here. Maybe it's not doing that. Maybe I have to do like a chute, which would be kind of bad for what I'm trying to do. But let's just check this out real quick. Let's take this out. See, if you put a chute down below it, which we made, see, it puts a little funnel there. So we need to have a chute. Can the chute go in directly into the chest? Let's do a quick test. I'm not sure about that. Let's see. Okay, so if we have a chute, I would think it would. Now, can I access the chest? Yes. And if I am on top of this, and let's say we drop this flint down, it's probably a bad choice. Let's drop the a shaft down. Is it in the chest? It is. Okay, so basically, I got to redo this so that this mixer is pointing into the basin that's around here. So let me redo this and get this looking better. So let's get this quest done. You just have to put a piece of flint in there and a piece of cobble in there. And this should start to work. You can see the mixer went down. It's doing its thing. And then when it gets done, it'll go back up like that. And we should have over in the chest the deep slate cobble. So let's check that out. There it is. And then we also have the 3 flint and a bone. Now, this is useful for making that blank piece that we needed here. So we're going to put 3 of those in there. And we're going to start this up again. And wait for it to mix. And then when it gets done here, we have the blank, whatever it's called. The blank token. And like that, we have that done. Now let's go back out to the quest. I'm going to take a look at what we have here. Let's get everything and grab all the resources there. So pretty much we've done everything through here. We just need to make the stone cutter and the sawmill and the compasses and the scanners, okay? So that is next. Okay, let's make a stone cutter. This is pretty easy, just an andesite alloy and some stone, which we have. And we need to make the, the sawmill. And we can do that with, we have oak on us. Do we have one of the other colors? Does it have to be oak? I think it has to be oak. So let's grab some oak. There we go. And we'll just make the oak version of the sawmill. That's really good. So basically these allow you to cut various stone and wood into various shapes. Very useful. Okay, and now I can make the compass. Now I'm going to make, first of all, 3 of the compasses, because I think the compass is actually used with the other compasses we need to make. So we have to have some sticks. Come on, we've got to have sticks. And we're going to need more andesite alloys. See, do we have any more over here? We have a whole bunch more. Look how much seared stone got poured out. Is that because we're out here? Yes, it is. So do we have any more andesite? We do. Put that in there. And we'll fill this up with some more of the stone. There we go. Okay, let's do this. 3 compasses. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So now we got to make a nature's compass, which looks like there's some sapling and some wood. Let's try the structure's compass, which is again wood and looks like stripped wood, right? So let's see if we can just strip 4 pieces of wood. Oh, I don't have any on me. Okay, we're gonna go this way to get some wood. Do we have any in here that's not? There's some. Okay. Do 4 of that. Let's strip it. Grab it. And let's make that structure compass. There we go. And we needed saplings. So let's go over here to our plant area and get a few saplings. Now let's get 4 oak saplings. We know we got plenty of those now that we have that. And so there's the crafting table. Make the nature's compass. And there we go. Speaking of this, I also found through the Imaginary tablet some honeycomb, which I made. Oh, did I just put my axe in there? Which I made a beehive. So we now have apples, which is a good food source, okay? Last thing we need to do here for this quest is we have to go and get the scanner and the charging station. The scanner is all 3 compasses and 2 andesite alloys, which we can do. So there we go. Does the order matter here? Maybe. I hate it when I do that. It's probably on the other level. Scanner. Yeah. 2 of those andesite alloys. There we go. And we need a charging station, right? Which looks like that. The charging station. It's a furnace and 8, huh? Okay, so let's make a furnace. And then 8 of that all the way around. And there we have the charging station. And now we've completed that section, the create section. Let me get all of the rewards in. Get a bunch of stuff here. So what is left? Well, you can see we have planes and then CC2. So we're going to get into planes in just a second. Now, planes are kind of cool, and it's going to allow me to go to the other islands. Now, but I don't want a plane. I would like a helicopter. So first of all, we're going to make some propellers. And I would like to make 4 of these right now because we use 2 of them right away to make the workbench, which is pretty heavy consumption there. So we'll make 4 of these. There we go. Now, that is used in, if we press the U key, it's used in making the plain workbench, which means we need seared brick for that. And I don't have any seared brick. Hopefully I have some over here. There's some seared brick. Excellent. So we're going to make the workbench. I'll just do it like this. Oh, come on. I hate when things don't work out. Workbench. That one right there. We need a crafting table and another furnace. Okay, so we have a furnace. And I know I've got a crafting table in here. And we will make the plain workbench. Now, this is pretty cool. I'm going to put this over here with my other workstations. I have the stone cutter, the little baby sawmill here. And now we're going to put in the plain workbench, okay? So here we are. There we go. Now, this allows you to make various things, okay? Depending on what you put into here and here, you are able to make a helicopter or whatever. I'm going to put in 2 propellers. 2 propellers tells it that you want a helicopter. And I believe I put in regular wood. And then you see I get basically made out of the wood type there, I get a helicopter. So let's, instead of using the same wood 2 colors we're using, let's go get some dark oak. And now with the dark oak, we're going to try this again. And we got a dark oaked helicopter right here. Excellent. Okay, so we got that. That's done. I'm going to put it right here for now. And it's right there. Oh, there it is. It's a dark oak helicopter. And it looks really, really derpy. But we're going to enjoy this in just a second. Okay, so now let's go back to the quests. Because we got some quests we got to receive here. There we go. We get all those. Now, the next thing we can do is make a wrench, and then we've got this section here about upgrades. A wrench, I think, is just for andesite alloy. That's all it is. That's very easy, right? So let's make the wrench. And I'm assuming that's so you can wrench things down with this, okay? So let's do that. And now we're off to the upgrades. There are various upgrades for the helicopter or planes, okay? And basically it says there's a bunch of those. Okay, we'll hit the checkbox. Now, the thing about these is that some of these we can't do yet. Like this is floating bedding, which is basically uses slime balls. We don't have any slime at the moment that I know of, so we can't make that yet. Okay, but we will be able to do that shortly when we go to a different island and get it. Let's go back here. Plain armor takes some andesite alloy and some of the seared brick, so we should be able to make the armor, right? So I think it was like this, and right there. So we got plain armor. That works great. We can do that one. What else is left? Okay, so the rocket booster takes iron. Of course, we don't have iron yet, so we won't do that. And seat upgrades, it takes more slime balls and a phantom membrane, which we just don't have. So we've got pretty much everything done except for that we could do, except for the furnace engine, which is another furnace and 4 andesite alloy. So let's make one more furnace. And here we go. Okay, we have that. Excellent. So now we have the furnace there. We have a wrench. We got everything. Now this goes inside of here. So I think you just click on it. There we go. We have that. And I think we can put the armor on. And there it is. It's got plated armor. That is awesome. Now we need to fuel this. So if I get in here, I think there's a keybind that I've got to do to make this work. Let's go to options and controls, keybinds. I believe there is a key for the to look at the inside of this thing. Let's see if we can find. There are planes in here. Simple planes. Open the engine screen. Right now it's bound to X. Let's put it to like the bracket or something. Okay, and if I hit the bracket, there we go, and you put in fuel. So let me go get some fuel, and we're going to get ready for a trip. And I got to remember not to like press the shift button when I fly so we don't fall out. Okay, here we go. I want to show you this real quick. We're going to go in here. We're going to go into the screen. We're going to put the fuel in. And there we go. Now when I press the space bar, we fly. Now it will go down normally, but if I press the left shift, I'm actually standing outside of it. See, I'm actually going to have the chance of falling out, which is not good. So I need to not do that. And I believe the S key, the backward key, actually makes you go down. So let's see about where we want to go. Is there anything like in particular that's kind of cool? There are some things here, but we can get most of the tree types. I don't see any like slime islands or whatever. There is this island over here that looks like a balloon, but I don't know. Let's see if we can go that way. How about we'll just see what happens, okay? There we go. We're going to take off. And I'm going to switch views here. I'm turning. And there we are. We are flying over to there. I see a regular island, the old type of island with a chest. Now, I figured that this would be easier to land. This is kind of hard flying. It's really, really awkward. I'm trying to coast down. There we are. We are on top of this island. Okay, so let's get down here. Look at all this stuff. I gotta get out of that. Okay. Now, yeah, there's a good view too. We live over there, and you can see a lot of things here. I still don't see any like slimy islands, but this is an island with a lot of wool. So that's just kind of cool. Let's see if I can I like vein mine by color? Okay, so we can. And there is a chest in there. There's also a campfire. Okay, let's get by color. This is pretty cool. So we're getting a lot of this wool here. Just got to make sure that we're in the center in a minute when we get all the way down. Wow, look at all this wool. This is kind of cool, isn't it? Okay. Oh, there's a slime island. I didn't see that. Okay, so that's another thing we can do is get more slime. That would be cool. Okay, so let's get down. We're almost down to this here. Let's get whatever's in this chest. We got a name tag. And all that stuff there. Okay. Ooh, scary. I don't want to fall out of the world. I do have my thing on me with allows me to not die. Oh, I lost that. Let's get some green. I believe we are in the center here, so we should be okay. Let's get this chest real quick. And let's get the yellow. Okay, so we're definitely where we want to be. Let's get rid of this right here. Okay. I want to burn up my thing. Okay, and there's nothing down here. So let's see. Can I jump? Oh, no. I was going to say, can I get back into my whatchamacallit? My ship. I know we can make white wool easy, so let's just... Oh, I can't do that either. Want to get up on top. How can I get up on top? Oh, no. Don't take out any of that. I wish I had a... man, I'm just drawing a blank here. Let's just slowly try to see if we can get to our helicopter. If I can get into the helicopter, if I can get in again, I can get going. Okay, I'll just have to break these slowly, see if I can break into this and... Okay, there. I jumped up and was able to get in. Okay, let's go to the slime island. Again, I think this view is better, and it's way up high. I'm just going straight up. I'm going to put it a little bit forward motion. I've stopped going upward. Now I'm just kind of coasting a little bit. This is really awkward. Oh, I hope I don't die. I didn't eat. Can I eat while here? Yes, okay, good. We can eat. Onboard flight meals, right? I'm trying to like, land here. Okay. Okay, so we're on the slime island. Awesome. Now let's see if we can get rid of these slime. They're going to be coming at me. Where are they? Let's get out of this view. It makes it easier for me. Okay, awesome. Are somebody pushing me? There we go. We have slime. Now we can get some of this slime here, I think. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's me just jumping around. Wow, that's a lot of bounce. But we can get some of these trees and things and re-soil, and I think it will be good. So let's do some of that. I am not going to vein mine this. So that is sky slime dirt. We'll get some of that. And we're going to get some of these trees here and see if we can take this back to the island. Axe level is gold, it says. Hopefully this will work. There we are. We have some of the saplings. Excellent. We don't need a lot, do we? 3 saplings should be enough. Some sky slime balls. Let's just get a couple of these. We get some more slime. And then we're going to head back, I think, over to our island, okay? Now we know how the flight works. We should be good. Let's just head on back. Trying to land here. Not quite going the way we want. It's going over in the corner. I'm going to go a little forward and down. Right about here. We land. We did it. We did it. Yes. Okay, so now that we have slime, let's go and figure those other things out that we needed here. Because we know we needed some of this. Like the flubber stuff is just wool. And we got wool on us and the slime. So let's take, because we know we can get this a bunch. Let's get some carpets. There we go. And we got some slime balls. There's the flubber, whatever. floaty things for landing on water. Does this just go on here? There it is. We have little like a rubber thing so we can see on the bottom there. That's cool. Okay, and the other thing was here was a rocket booster, which we needed iron. We cannot get. The other thing is this, which we cannot get, the phantom membrane. Okay, so we are basically done for this episode, I think, guys. We've done a lot today. We've made a helicopter. We've made a whole bunch of create stuff. Get out of my way, that rotor. We've done a lot of little things, but we've gotten a lot done. So I think that's fantastic. So next time, I think we're going to go into the next section, and that's going to be, the section is called the Undergarden, which is a whole nother realm. It's like the Nether sort of, but different. And we're going to be going in there, doing a couple things, getting it, including a new enriching water. That's going to be pretty cool. Now, CC2, just so you know, has some stuff where you're gathering resources. And I think I can get most of this pretty quick, which gives us a cobblestone generator, okay? So I might do that off camera like I did last time, and we'll see where we are in the next episode, okay, guys? So if you like this video, please click that like button. If you have any comments, put them down in the comments section. And if you would like to be notified of the videos I produce, please subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you get all the notifications, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.